I wonder how many women have this addiction. You reckon you do? Well, this lady calls herself a recovering spender, and not the recovered spender, because she still can't trust herself with a credit card. But this former drowning in debt wife and mom now gives money-saving tips to more than 16 million women. Take a look at this.
I'm Lauren, the frugal-living expert and author of the book, The Recovering Spender. For years, I was out of control with my spending and obsessed with living the American dream. That was until I took a hard look at my values, changed my lifestyle, and won my life back. Today, I help women live the simpler, happier life they've always dreamed of. Recovering spenders just like me.
Well, please welcome the recovering spender, Lauren Greutman. Lauren, it's good to see you.
Thank you for having me on.
Hey, what is a spendaholic? Is there such a term as a spendaholic?
Yeah, I think so. Somebody who is out of control with their spending. I wasn't so much, buying thousands and thousands of dollars worth of purses. It was just not really tracking where my money was going and spending whatever I wanted to.
So you didn't like an alcoholic that you get one drink and all of a sudden you start to tremble and you drink that and you're off on a bender. It's not that way, huh?
Yeah, it can be for some people. For me, it wasn't. For me, it was just more of I really wasn't tracking my money and buying whatever I wanted whenever I wanted to, and then I got in so much debt that it was crushing me. It was like crushing me.
You were married?
Yeah, so I got married at 21.
And your husband was really thrilled about that, wasn't he?
Well, he didn't know about it for a long time.
Oh, he kept it secret?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so at the age of 25
is when what does that do to a marriage when you've got a secret of that magnitude and does that mess up your intimate life with you and your husband?
Yeah, it's definitely, it puts a strain on the marriage, definitely. And our marriage got a lot better after we started talking about money.
Day after day, you were afraid somebody would catch you? Was that?
Yeah, I felt like the Lord told me that, this is kind of a way of lying to your spouse.
Of course.
And so in order for his mission for our marriage to be, come forward, I needed to come clean with him and talk to him about it.
Didn't he look at the bills? It's a credit. You got a $40,000 credit card, but didn't he see them?
He did not. He did not. He did not see them. I managed the money. My mom managed the money growing up. So often, I think it's important to realize, the way we were raised. So I watched my mom handle the money. So when we got married, I started handling the money, and he trusted me, and I trusted myself, which I shouldn't have.
So you gave him a little allowance, and he was happy.
I did. But once I told him, it was important to know that we 2 years later we were debt free. And I felt like the Lord said, you need to share this message with people because so many people are struggling with this. And personal finance can be boring, and people feel like no hope. And so the Lord just spoke to me like, you need to come forward and share your story.
I'm told you can't be trusted with plastic even at this moment.
Yeah, you know what? Similar to like an alcoholic is, can't go to a bar. For me, I can't use credit cards. It's just something that is a boundary of mine. I can't use credit cards. I can't go into certain stores alone. But because I've set those boundaries for myself, I'm a lot safer.
You go into a store, and I don't know if I've got those things. No, I don't have mine with me. But you've got a little piece of plastic, and that suddenly opens the whole store to you.
Yeah.
Is there sort of a feeling of euphoria?
Yeah. Well, yeah, definitely. I always say that I can't go into Target alone because it's like the gates of heaven open up on me, and everything is beautiful. But so no, I have to be really strategic. I use cash. We do a budget. We plan it out. But I think what's really important to note, Pat, is that I've been through this, and my book and my website, which is LaurenGreutman.com, I really share the struggles that I went through and really talk to the everyday American person who's struggling with this.
How many? We've got statistics on alcoholics. How many shopaholics are there?
Oh, well, I think a lot of people don't consider themselves shopaholics.
Yeah.
But if you're buying something and you can't afford it, then you have a shopping problem.
Well, how many women? You think a lot of women.
Millions and millions of women. I hear from them every day. I hear from women every single day that are overspending, that have gotten their families into messes.
What does that do for them? Do they get ulcers? Do they get high blood pressure? Do they feel miserable all the time?
Yeah, actually, there's been a few people, after reading my book who've emailed me and said I was about to commit suicide.
Really?
And I didn't now because of your book. And I think people feel so stressed and like they can't breathe at night because this debt is just so heavy on them.
Oh,
and I just feel like in order for us to be able to do what the Lord wants us to do, we need to get rid of this poison.
It's like an anchor to your life. I mean, nothing you can do is free of all that.
Exactly. But once you get free of it, then you can be so open to what the Lord wants.
What do you do with all that junk you buy?
Yeah, you sell it.
Yeah, come on, is that right?
No, seriously, one of the chapters in my book is about decluttering your life and regaining your joy and how to sell things around your house to put money in savings and pay down debt. And so there's a lot of strategic ways. We actually went so far as to sell our house and move into a very tiny house to save $1,200 a month to put down debt. So you have to get so bold where the pain of being in debt is greater than the pain of changing your spending. And that's when you're going to start making those big changes.
Well, was it $40,000?
Well,
that's not really all that much money.
Well, it felt like a lot of money to me. But $40,000, but and still getting $1,000 deeper into debt every single month. That's what it was.
So what's the secret to getting out now? What did you do?
Yeah, we really had to make our spending a reflection of our value system. That was really important.
You actually sold your house?
We sold our house.
So you didn't have any mortgage? You cut your mortgage down?
We cut our mortgage from around $2,000 a month down to $800 a month. Wow. And so we sold our house. We sold a car. I had to go out and get a job at night. We kind of sold a lot of what we owned, and we got really simple. We learned how to create a budget and really stick to it and be happy and not be chasing after the Joneses all the time.
Yeah.
Get really confident with it.
I just see, I am a man for some unknown reason, and, you feel this poor guy's getting dragged along by the shopaholic. What about your husband and all this stuff? He's got to give up his house, he's got to give up his car because of his wife's spending habits.
You know what? When I told him about my debt, he said, "Lauren, I forgive you. Let's do this together." And
he did say that?
Yep, from that moment on, it was a team thing. We worked at it together. He didn't feel like he was sacrificing. He felt like we were doing something better for our family.
You've got him qualified for sainthood, then, don't you?
Oh, I'm telling you. And so much so, like 2.5 years ago, he quit his job to come work with me full-time on our website. So
really?
this is our ministry together to take what we've learned and what we've been through to really help other families.
Can you make money doing that?
Yeah, that's what we do full-time is with our website and our books and our seminars. It supports our family, and then we get to help millions of people along the way.
That's fantastic.
Isn't that cool?
But you were free. I mean, the anchor is gone.
The anchor is gone.
Cut the cord.
We've been out of debt for years, and the freedom to do. I would have never been able to do this mission that the Lord has given me without being out of debt. And so I think so often the debt keeps us from what God really wants us to do.
Again, I want to. In your book, you're saying that as free as I am now, if you give me a credit card and turn me loose in Target, I'll go wild. Is that you're still doing?
No, I won't anymore. However, I know that my boundaries are set. Like this is what I have to do to stay on course, and so I don't even try it. I don't even step my toe on that trigger of mine. So I had to learn my boundaries. But that's why the second half of the book is set up as like a 12-step process. How do you get out of debt?
Established
Step-by-step process and how to do what I did.
Like an alcoholic. I mean, you first drink and you're gone. So
yeah, that's true.
Well, this is a fascinating. I just wonder how many women. You said millions, and you deal with millions.
I do every single day.
God bless you, darling. Well, a recovering spender. Is this book available wherever?
Yes, wherever books are sold and at laurengreutman.com.
All right, recovering spender. You need to get this if you're one of these shopaholic types. Wow. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
God
Pat.
bless you.